John.
When you first arrived, I realised you obviously played in some incredible derby. But was there a player at the club that said, this means more, this derby is really special?
A player in particular, I cannot remember. I remember having a few conversations with Jack about it, because Jack as well was very passionate, that we all know about the rivalry, and he made it very public as well a few times, so that was all the time very, very viral. So that probably is something that is stuck in my head from a player's perspective.
Yeah. As Art touched upon, this period, there's certain similarities to last season, just in terms of maybe between Christmas and New Year, you had the cup setback. How did you go about changing that kind of mood last year, and how do you do it again this season? Because also the games seem so different.
Yeah, well, I think it is a bit different because from the start of the season already we had to deal with quite a lot of things, which again I think is going to, and it is helping the team a lot to get what we want to get, to have those kind of experiences and having the ability to adapt and confront the situation in the manner the team is doing again. But yeah, about the results, it's not what we want for sure, but the manner that they are occurring as well is very specific and especially very unusual.
Well, can I just check, what do you mean defiance? The team has sort of kind of shown defiance throughout the season to deal with these matches.
Yeah, because I mean, for example, the Premier League, we're in the same situation as we were last year. Obviously, we're in a much better place in terms of the league table. That tells you as well the difficulty and the competitiveness of the league. But as well, we have very, very different circumstances in terms of managing situation in the squad and other stuff that happened to last season. So that's, I think, a big positive from the team.
Sam?
Hi.
I think a lot of the fans are going, oh, Bukayo's out and now Gabby's out, so you have to get someone in. Those are obviously very different situations now. With Bukayo back maybe in a matter of a couple of months, whereas if it is as serious as feared with Gabby, it's going to be a long time beyond this season into next season and through the summer. Does that mean that you can now accelerate any plans you had for the summer, because you're going to need to replace Gabby Jesus in the long term? It's not just a quick fix for Bukayo.
Yeah, that's a great point. Obviously, we are losing two very creative, very important, very unpredictable players for us. So that has an impact in the team, that's for sure. So that's why we said that, but not for now. It's from the start of the window and before the window. We are actively looking at, okay, what we can do to plan and to improve the squad and impact the squad if we can. And obviously the news of Gavi, they are confirmed this afternoon. That takes the scenario to another dimension as well, because the time frame will be longer.
And just on Raheem Sterling, maybe second half yesterday on Sunday is one of his best performances so far for Arsenal. Is this a really big chance for him now?
Yeah, I was really happy with the way that he came in. Or since he had again that injury came back, you could sense that he was going to give us something important and great because we need him. You can see what he can bring. He's used to playing in this kind of context as well, and demands that we have every 3 days. So great to have him.
Hi. It's a shame that we're seeing a North London derby without some of its biggest stars on both sides, just as a spectacle. But you want to see both sides.
I imagine that obviously externally they want to see everybody available and going toe to toe with the best players. But I think anyway it's going to be a tough match.
And just if there's ever a chance to be a hero for Arsenal, scoring, playing well in this fixture, you know the most. Is that what you'll be drilling into the players who are playing, that this is your chance now to step up and become a legend?
Yes, obviously we know the meaning and the emotion related to that. So anything that is about performing and impacting the game in a manner that is going to help you to win it, the consequences are beautiful.
And can I just quickly ask about Ethan? How's he getting on?
It's good. He's started to do some work on the pitch already, so he's evolving really well. He's young. He heals very, very fast. So hopefully we can have him soon.
So.
Hi. Havertz, when he first came to the club, there's obviously the talk of his position and the rest of it, and so he's had his ups and downs whilst being at Arsenal. How have you, in the past, been able to pick him up? Because it's not a linear process, as you say, it can be up and down. So what's the way you've been able to galvanise him in the past, and we try and do that now?
First of all, assessing performance in a way that you do not isolate a topic, which is scoring a goal, and what kind it brings to the team. Like many other players that this season probably we haven't been as prolific in terms of the numbers that we have scored, but they produce incredible things for the team, and certainly Kai is one of them.
On Sunday, in terms of the atmosphere in the stadium, it seemed in parts quite negative. What would your message be to the fans, some who are disgruntled or are feeling concerned at this point in the season?
There's a lot of things that are happening that very difficult to control, understand. The ones that are in our hands, and this is one of them. Let's create the best atmosphere that the Emirates have seen. This is something that is in our hand. If we want, we're going to create it. We don't depend on anybody. So what we're going to try with the players and the staff is that we are the first ones to embrace that, and hopefully they will follow us.
And how important is that noise for a game like Tottenham, for the fans to all be together and make it?
Crucial for Tottenham and for the rest. I think the amount of points, and is not tangible, and I cannot describe it, how much he uses, he helps that, the narrative, the energy that across the club. We have experienced it. A negative one and a positive one. And what is the outcome? So it's our choice.
Okay, finally to Ed.
Hi Mikel, if the worst news is confirmed about Gabby later, do you have an idea of what kind of forward you'd like to bring in? And obviously, is it the hardest position to replace, especially in this market?
We have very clear ideas of the players that we want, yes. And it was before Gabby, and it was with Gabby injured right now, and we have to wait and see and how things develop.
What kind of profile would you be looking for?
Sorry?
What kind of profile would you be looking for?
You can speak to Jason. I'm not going to speak about that.
Okay, everyone, thanks very much. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Don't tread on the roses on the way back. Sorry.
You like roses, red or white, or what kind of roses?
I prefer red.
Red? Emotional. Passionate.
I think the other thing that's really good in the car. I think it's Spanish.